Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Bill Potts from the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, but I'm not at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. You remember Abe, who came in on February 16th? Well, we transferred Abe to the Owl's Nest. And it is so fortunate that Abe is here because little Snug is on the left, Abe is on the right. You can see how much bigger he's gotten in just a couple weeks. Look at that. And what they're having now is they're having their breakfast. This is Chris. And Chris has been really nice to take care of Abe and Snug with the intent of getting these two healthy enough to be able to get released back into the wild. And they will be released back into the wild together because Abe and Snug will be buddies for forever.
It's okay. It's not going anywhere.
This would be a 10 on the cute meter for sure. So, Chris, could you tell us a little bit about the rehab process?
Sure. And thank you guys for coming and entrusting us with Abe. With the otters, they always tend to have their pups through February through March. We literally will go 5 weeks in a row where we get constant otter calls. So unfortunately, when they get abandoned, we get them ranging from like Abe, where I think he probably couldn't keep up with mom and got separated and may have gotten hit. He does have a little bit of an injury, which the vets at Busch Gardens are on top of and treating with us. In the case of her, she just was lost, or him, I always call her because she's smaller. He was lost and really, really dehydrated, so he was not in good shape when he came, Snug. They come in here, and I started them in a real small space. They had like a den in a crate, but when they get where they want more room and they don't want to go back in anymore, we move them to the floor, and we actually expand this pen with how many come in. He is on a little bit of restricted size. We don't want his injury getting any worse for several weeks, so he's going to be no heights, no jumping around, and so they will be here. They're on this bottle mixture. It's actually a milk that is special for beavers and otters. It's a really high fat content because of the marine mammals always have that higher fat content. And they get 4 bottles a day right now. As you can see, they are not lacking with how their little stomachs are expanding. And we started introducing solids yesterday, but there's no interest whatsoever. So all of a sudden it'll kick in. As long as he does have his canines, and she's just getting them, he's getting them. And sooner or later they'll clue in that fills up their bellies in between. So from here, we actually, as soon as they get enough size on them, we'll introduce them to a pool. Otters cannot self-regulate for several weeks. It's very important that you get them to a proper rehab, because you would think that otters swim right off the bat, but actually most of the time they say otters don't come out of the dens for close to 2 months. They may get in the water, but they are not swimming. You're drinking too fast. So I'll introduce them to a pool and get them going on swimming and throwing the bait in there. And then we actually built a pen last year with the help of SeaWorld Busch Gardens Conservation Fund money. Built a whole pen, and it's got a great in-ground pool with a filter on it, and they've got quite a lot of space. So, and a lovely heated dog house. They get nothing but the best. So they stay there. And John, who's on my license, he was awesome getting them ready. We had fishermen bringing us live fish constantly every day. We would throw them in the pool. They had to get them out themselves and hunt, and they were beyond independent. And they'll be with us till probably, I think it was June, July, we finally decided they were ready. So, like most mammals, it's a long haul. When you rehab mammals, it's a while. They are with their mom and dads, and This is about the only time that they get attention because, oh, no, you don't. Come over here. Over here. The milk is not different, I promise you. It is important, I feel. I worked for years with baby animals at Bush. They need attention and love in the beginning, and I don't worry that much about them imprinting because otters, especially, they're really cute, but boy, can they get mean quick. So they resort back to their wildness as soon as the bottles start lacking off. And but everybody needs love as a baby, so they do get a little bit of attention because that's what they need.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for taking care of Abe and Snug. And thank you all for tuning in. At Clearwater Marine Aquarium, we are about rescue, rehab, and release, and we're excited that Abe and Snug are with the Owl's Nest and have the opportunity to be released back into the wild together. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to head back and see Winter and Hope and Rufus and Mavis and all the other rescued animals at Clearwater Marine Aquarium. So thank you for tuning in. Please come see us.
I put it back up. Okay, let me find a crate for him, and then let me look at him, how bad he is, because I know he's bad.
He's active.
Yeah, I know, but he's blind. What is he, missing an eye? And I don't know how he's. Hey, gorgeous. Oh, geez Louise. Boy, you have a head tick going. Okay. How are you alive without two eyes? Let me see the other one. Can you turn? Let me see it. Turn around for a minute. Alright, we gotta get Melanie some towels. Oh, wow. That's something. Yeah, that's not a fixable or releasable or anyway. I'll give you a picture of that for Pete. You're going to Bush? I might call Tampa Bay for you to take that. I don't want him suffering anymore. Wow.